Love Lies Bleeding, the DVDfever cinema review, Kristen Stewart. Hello dear, welcome to my Allison News channel. On my channel, you will find viral update news. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. Love Lies Bleeding is a film I've been waiting for a long time, ever since I first saw the trailer in January, so I really hoped it didn't disappoint. Kristen Stewart takes the lead as gym manager, Lou, although we know she has to get down to the nitty-gritty of the job, as we first see her with her hand down the toilet to unclog it, even though it'd be a lot easier to simply use a plunger, even with the handle end first, so it doesn't get all mucked up in the brush section, and you don't get it all over your hands, which is more important. Before long, she chances upon well-built Jackie, Katie O'Brien, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, who's on her way to a bodybuilding competition, so it's a meeting of both minds and bodies, with Lou having easy access to anabolic steroids, given where she works and the number of customers using them. However, when she claims to use them on her tiny muscles, it does just look like she's worked out a bit, instead. Meanwhile, Jackie's in this career for the long haul, but it's still attracted to using them, initially just occasionally, before she gets hooked. Jackie's also sees that Lou's mentally sinking in her backwater town, so is drawn to wanting to take her out of there. Likewise, uniting them is Lou's alienated dad, Lou Sr., with Ed Harris, top weapon dissident, actually placing in an astounding turn at 73, and his initial trick close to part of the way through the trailer underneath made me laugh hysterically every time I saw it, preceding delivery. Jackie finds a new line of work waitressing at his weapon club, however, might she at any point unite them? All things considered, no spoilers, yet Ms. Stewart has for the most part earned enough to pay the rent out of dirty thrill ride non-mainstream films, which don't precisely follow show, so I wasn't anticipating an entirely certain goal. Might it be said that I was correct? In the meantime, Lou's defensive of her sister, Beth, Jenna Malone, Revolutionary Moon Section 1, an offspring of fire, who has a harmful spouse, JJ, Dave Franco, while likewise managing Ditzy Daisy, Anna Baryshnikov Wiener Canine, a young lady who's eternity drifting around, trusting she can charm her, not understanding the close-to-home hold Jackie has over Lou. Thus, there's a great deal happening in this, during the on-the-money running season of 104 minutes, as well. However, while it caught unaware me on occasion, it's totally horrendous splendid, and I'm anticipating watching it once more. Nonetheless, it is a piece whimsical multiple times, which can let it down a little, despite the fact that it's sending itself up in those minutes. Perhaps a subsequent review would assist me with settling on those scenes. All things considered, only a disgrace in its subsequent week. It's gone down from 4 screenings every day to only 1. However, at that point it wasn't occupied on the grounds that such a large number of numbskulls were conned into watching The Fall Fellow, and, surprisingly, then, that one wasn't precisely occupied for an afternoon screening on a bank occasion Monday. By the way, I was attempting to sort out when this was set, as it felt very 80s, given references to Die Hard having been delivered in films. Afterward, the weight training rivalry standard is shown, affirming it's 1988. Remember that Bruce Willis's film was delivered in the US in July 1988, yet in those days, it required a long time for a ton of movies to arrive at the UK, and we didn't get this Christmas film until February 1989. Once more, however, back to our lead, and she's blown everyone's mind. Give me a decision between Pamela Anderson in her prime, and Kristen Stewart seeming as though she's needing a decent wash, and I'll take K-Stew without fail grinning face. Quit worrying about that dreadful 2019 Charlie's Heavenly Messengers reboot, however, proceed to look at the two equivalents and individual customer. Love Untruth's Draining is in films now, and is accessible to pre-request on Bluebeam and DVD, in front of its delivery date TBA.